Okay, so here we are. We're now putting up this backboard here, and we got a corner here to fix. I think one of the things that I'm learning is I should have added the supports before attempting to put up these backings. We got these C things every like 32 inches, whereas we should have a brace every 16 inches to support this. I mean, that's okay there, but when you get in the middle here, it's really, it should have a brace right there. So now we're going through the pain of adding these braces after the fact, and that's not as easy. So that fits there, but I'll show you briefly what we did. I can just kind of peek into this one here. So the lighting's not great, but this is the 30, well, this is the C brace right here, and then I added another brace right there, and I just used little pocket holes to insert it, and obviously that's a lot more complicated than if I would have just used these and just brad nailed them the day we had all of that at my dad's house. But needless to say, this is working and we're making progress, but it fits up nice and snug. And then we plan to add a photographic background. That's the plan here, so I don't have to worry about painting it right now. Anyway, it's starting to kind of come together, and we're gonna add maybe another brace right here. Definitely gonna add one right here where the joint meets, and so use a little pocket. Sometimes Craig Drill makes these, but I got this one at Harbor Freight. Ethan, you hand me a board. So the idea behind it is you put it in, brace it in, and then you screw down in one of these, and what it does is it makes, and I'll show you after I make one, it makes it so you can screw it into the board, and it works out okay. At least for what we're doing, it's working out. But again, if I had taken these pieces that I had that same day when I was over at my dad's and put them into place, and we could have went psh, psh, we would have been done in 2 seconds. But now we're having to make up for that right now. So lessons learned. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate one of these pocket holes. I've already made one right now, but simply I'm going to take the board, I'm going to put it in here, going to clamp it down. Got a specialty bit that's going to go into a shallow hole here. Pull it out, clean it up a little bit, and this is going to allow me to put a screw in now, and I have access now to drive it into the brace. And these are going to only just hold the board, so it's not like completely structural, but seeing as I forgot to add this, and this is how I'm attaching these right now. So let me go get some screws and put them into place. Okay, just a quick update. We have now, I just got some $10 eBay LED strips, and we just kind of threw them in there just temporarily. This is not where they would go. I kind of have this wiring up here for more, that's going to be for just miscellaneous wiring. It's not going to be for an LED strip. I'd prefer this to be further back here. It's going to be, set up. Obviously, we'll have a fascia board here that's going to cover it, and we won't be able to see it. But the cool thing about these LED lights is it did come with a remote. The LED lights in the Kelvin temperature range are roughly about 3,500 Kelvin, which 2,700 K is more like your incandescent, is your yellowish looking warm lights that you typically see in your house. These ones are a little bit more, I would say, in the cool range. Outside daylight is about 5,600 Kelvin. So I liked these being slightly warmer, or am I saying that right? Slightly cooler. So it kind of isn't yellow, but it isn't bright blue-white. They call them cool whites. And again, you won't, when the fascia's on there, you're not going to see the strips. But and then this isn't installed correctly yet. It's just kind of up there temporarily, just kind of see. And it comes in a, I don't know, 16-foot spool. Like I say, I got it for $10 on eBay. Incredible. And it comes with this remote. You can up and down dim it. You can simply turn on and off. And then it has all these variances like 100%, 90%, 80%. Then it has some stuff you'd never use like strobe and stuff. But the sensor is on the other side of this power strip. It comes with power strip and everything. But I kind of have to put the remote down there. So let me just kind of go through some of the settings. Right now, like I say, it's on 100%. Let me jump it down to 10%. So boom, instantly 10%. Now you're gonna get flicker. And that flicker is only in camera. To my natural eye, it does not have flicker. It flickers as it dims, and unfortunately, that's just the case for the camera. So I'll put it down to like, this is like 70%. But you see a little bit of the flicker because it's fighting the shutter speed here, and no matter what shutter I try to adjust it to, it just adds more flicker. So I can't get rid of that flicker if I put it on a dimmer setting, and that's unfortunate for running. But to my eye, it's not flickering. It's just for camera. So at 100%, we don't have it, which is important because I am going to videotape my trains running, and I cannot afford to have that flicker. I don't see it there. And the other thing, when we added the backboards, I was able to push it in further, so we have it further back. You see there's a larger gap, so instead of the 14 inches right there, we got 16. But then I decided to kind of bow it out, and it's about 12 inches, about right here, and then it goes in again. And I don't know, I'm not a professional here, so I'm just kind of doing what looks interesting to me. And if we look down here, you can kind of see it's got that interesting curve to me. And this is going to be the scenery portion of our shelf layout, so there'll be a lot of scenery over here. Still deciding on what we're going to add and do, but it bows out right there, and then it curves in and goes around. And so I don't know, it looks a little bit interesting. Hopefully when we make the layout progress, you'll be able to see some scenic area from that. But just for sake of throwing these LEDs up there, I just wanted to see what it would look like and see if it was enough light. I have to change the bulbs in the ceiling fan. I'm going to turn them on right now. See, these are more the yellow-ish, and if you see the kind of, they look okay together, but they're not perfect. I'm looking for more like the 3500K, and I would say these are more like 2700, and then these ones, the LED strips that I have are 35, and so they're more cool, and these are more warm. It mixes okay in here, but it does give a little bit of a yellowish hue, whereas I feel like this is more bright white under here and more interesting color. They are, you can touch them. They're not, you hold your hand there a while, it then gets a little warm, but for the most part, these are really simple. In fact, the ones I have, they're waterproof. They have like a silicone coating on top of that, and we'll just have to see over time if they're bright enough, if they hold up over time. But at $10, I couldn't fail. Way better lighting than I've had in my previous shelf layout that I used. LED screw bulbs and really gigantic wiring and such. But for the most part, this gives a pretty interesting perspective. I'm going to turn the light off. So that's it there. And Ethan's bed right there. So it's the latest update, and we'll keep the progress going.